Okay, this is the most anticipated car that I've built, I think, ever, actually. As a creator, it makes me so stoked that you guys are so stoked about something. It's like, I would do it either way, even if you weren't, but it is so awesome. I love it, dude. Seeing you guys amp, it hypes me up. It just gets me going, and I'm so excited. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. I got tons of clips of this car, but these are the final 2 videos, guys. I want to be sure that this is all documented for anybody else that wants to do the swap, so I am doing this video first. The car runs, drives, rips, drifts. It's so good. If you want a sneak peek, head over to my Instagram and check it out. Also, if you're hyped about this, show us some love, show us some support. We have a 240T at 53supply.com. It's really cool, very comfortable, got a little pocket on it. Cool design, but yeah, it's on the site right now. You can grab one with the link in the description. Also, make sure you guys check out blacktidetailing.com because that is our liquid car care company that makes your job as easy as possible to keep your car clean as possible. The 240, 2.3 liter Mustang EcoBoost, ZF transmission, Link ECU, and a whole lot of other goodies. Let's dive in to this video. This is probably, and you guys let me know in the comments, this is absolutely hands down the coolest sounding 4-cylinder car I ever built. This video is 7 months of progress, 7 months of footage condensed into one. I wanted to be sure that before we finished this series that there was some finality to it so that I wasn't just dragging it on and didn't leave you guys hoping for something. 7 months ago, this is before we had the black tie HQ, this is in the old shop, this is before the car was even painted. So we're going way back here, showing you guys the fabrication needed, the parts that you need, and all the things that I had to do in order to get this car running. Mostly just for anybody out there that's curious or interested in doing an EcoBoost swap because there's a lot to it, just like any engine swap. Even though this is all comprehensive from GemSport, I want to make sure this is all documented, well sorted out for anybody else out there that's interested. So here we go, we're diving in. This is 7 months ago, August 2025, and I think the last clip of this video is January. Enjoy. Dudes will do anything for the gram. Hey, this is a pretty cool picture though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, baby.
Yo, shit. We're gonna have to have a conversation with Bucky's here because $750 for an extended Blizzard is crazy. Pretty good though. We got some talking to do, Bucky's. I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is going on is we got the rest of the stuff to finish up the EcoBoost swap on the S13 today. This is really the last piece of the puzzle here. Obviously I've worked with a lot of ECU brands. The reason why Link is the perfect fit for the job on this one is because Link has probably one of the only good direct injection ECUs out there at the moment. A lot of tuners out there still don't know how to tune direct injection very well. Like they'll prefer port injection and they won't touch this. It's a specialty sort of item, but Link has conquered the market here. Perfect choice for the job. This is the driver for the direct injection. Part 1.5, the ECU itself. We've got the new Voodoo Neo G5. These are incredible ECUs. Probably had Link for like 5. I probably had 5 maybe 6 Link cars. Super tunable, very user friendly. The nice thing about GemSport is they do pretty much everything in house. Not only is that nice for quality control and consistency, got wire loom that's tucked nicely and it's very simple. Huge that we got this. And then the pièce de résistance. Booyah. This is insane. All right, listen, I've gotten a lot of drive shafts custom made before. I've never seen a drive shaft this nice. This is amazing. With GemSport, they make a bunch of different adapter plates for a bunch of different transmissions. We chose the BMW ZF5, so I already had one. I like the gearing, and it's a strong trans. BMW ZF5 on the front, all the way back to the S13 diff. That thing just fell down. I'm gonna be honest real quick, that made Evan a little scared. But we have got the drive shaft in. This is one of the coolest drive shafts I've ever installed. It's got a slip yoke right there, so it can extend and then compress depending on how much you need out of it, and that's really, really cool. Now we start the part that makes the car work. Plugging it in is kind of like adult Legos. You just find where it goes, but everything's labeled, so it should be easy to just kind of plug in. Super cool thing is they've got these extra connectors to utilize more functionality on the ECU. The nice thing about the Voodoo Neo 4 is, especially the new G5, it's one of the more affordable options out there, and it does everything you need an ECU to do for you. Plus, the huge thing here is the expandable option to the DI driver. And this honestly is one of the reasons why a lot of people not only love to use Link, but kind of the only viable option, at least from my experience and from what I've seen. Oh yeah, also drive-by-wire, baby. That's a pedal. Skinny pedal down, boys. So this footage is clearly pretty old. This is before we had Black Tie HQ, when I was in another shop sharing it with friends. Check out my friend Chase's car. Friends don't let friends have cars that's dirty. While Dustin's welding, I'm gonna clean his entire vehicle with our easy and effective quick detailer. This stuff smells so good, dude. Getting ready for a date, just, you know, And what's crazy about our quick detailer is it's capable of doing this. Not actually, I don't think any other quick detailer is good at this, but it works on windows, it works on plastics, every part of the car imaginable. It's streak free, dries up fast. I even was able to use some of our degreaser that helps you get rid of tire scuffs, cone scuffs. You can safely detail your entire vehicle with our quick detailer. So if your car needs a touch up, if your car's dirty, if it's nasty, you need some help here, just grab our quick detailer. Streak free shine that is proven. It is so good. We also just dropped a new spring car care bundle that includes wash and wax, quick detailer, car cologne, and our interior spray to keep your car top notch. Check it out, blacktiedetailing.com.
And then we got a weld a 90 under that.
Ladies and gents, I am resource man. So this car is not gonna make enough boost for a while to need like either V-band or, you know, the nice aircraft clamps or whatever. So I'm just gonna do rubberized stuff. I had one of these little guys laying around, the 2.5, it's like a 2-inch up to 3-inch step. That was from the Civic days. So that's pretty funny. I had one of these little guys, that's just from also one of my Civics. This is original piping for the 240, so I'll clean that up. It goes to the new intercooler. Yeah, by the way, I am super OSHA approved at the moment. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know where I got this from, but this is a nice one. All right, so what's going on here?
Long tube.
Tube.
Yeah, cutting tube there.
Okay.
Tube too long.
All right, here's an update for you guys. Strong start to the fabrication process.
You'll be able to take the transmission out, you'll be able to take these bolts out, you'll probably even be able to take the drive shaft out and not even touch the exhaust, which is awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, the drive shaft's pretty easy, especially with that slip yoke that it's got on it. Nice thing is, like, this motor is as small really as an SR, so we get tons of room in here. He did a great job of tucking it up through here. Got a V-band exit right here because
you can drain the diff.
thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Never commit to a weld before you think all the way through if you're gonna need for that thing to be moved or serviceable. We kind of ended up spending basically the entire day on the exhaust, so I'm gonna end up having to do pretty much the rest of the fabrication, which is fine because it's not much fabrication, it's just some MIG welding and some simple stuff. So honestly, I really like how the paint turned out. It looks really good. Stoked about that. It looks great. Intercooler piping, fantastic. Bead rolled, everything. Fits great, super solid. We're gonna get the rest of the stuff wrapped up. I'm gonna have to get the shifter mounted and I'm gonna get the Accusump and stuff cozied up amongst a few other things. But goal for this video, finish the rest of the fab and get it fully wired up. So the car already had a button pad and it had all these functions. It's nice because it's like, let's see, where do we got this crap? All the power's daisy chained. So, you know, all the power itself there, but I just gotta figure out what triggers what. I have got a freaking petting zoo of friggin' wires to go through here, which is frightening. So I've got the link voodoo bolted there. Now I just gotta figure out what the hell is what. Obviously we fabricated just recently and now we're moving on to wiring. This is my first time I've ever tried wiring a car and it was quite the learning experience for me, very exciting. So we have the engine bay harness that we got from Gym Sport, but the rest of the chassis side harness still needs to work. So things like the fuel pump, the fans, the Accusump, everything to the rocker panel, power to the ECU, accessories, and even everything on the steering column has to work if I'm gonna drive it on the street. Trying to condense as much as I can here to get this series ended up so that you guys can see the full effect, but I don't want to cut too much out. The main point of this series originally was to document everything that you need to know if you're going to do this swap. So from start to finish, I want a cumulative process that you guys can follow and understand. Made one single chassis ground for the fans. Pretty stoked about this. So I gotta do next is take all this mess and make it not bad. But now, once the car turns on, fuel pump should turn on, fans should turn on, and we can worry about the rest later. I have spent a lot of hours on this, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know the last time I updated the camera. Did make a little, this is not fully mounted yet, but I made a little bracket for that. It's power steering reservoir. Made a little junction box right here. Mounted it to the chassis. I just need to waterproof it on the sides, but most of my time has been on the fuel system, just making AN lines, tucking everything, making sure it's all good. So redid it, basically the ground up. So we got AN all the way here, got the fuel filter right there, made all the lines going up, to the FPR right here. Straight out from that, had to do a little awkward U-shaped little line right there, and then straight to here. I'm hoping, praying that that's the right size quick disconnect. It has O-rings, and it seems like it's right, but you know, I've been unlucky before. I actually haven't even updated you guys on the wiring, dude. Got a little freaking Temu CarPlay unit. It works. I'm super stoked about it. I'm gonna hardwire that into the chassis. I actually bought a tablet for the heads up, or whatever, the gauge pods and stuff to connect to the ECU. Carpet's in, wires are tucked. It's pretty good. I can go through everything. Could do some more tucking, but I basically re-loomed everything, made sure everything works. Got a really nice chassis ground that I'm stoked. I've learned so much about wiring, which you guys should know, like avoided it like the plague for years. I'm just like overwhelmed with all the things. I know the starter's not connected, which is good. I don't need that right now. I'm gonna wire in oil pressure to the ECU. Anything, I'm just gonna see if we catch on fire or have any fuel leaks. I hope it's neither. Okay, here we go. Absolutely quadruple, double, triple, quintuple checking everything. Okay, so it's pretty cool. You turn it on, that's just power. So now the battery's, you know, got power to the car. Interesting. What? Any leaks so far? Yes. Well, shoot. Okay. The gaming laptop, boys. Gonna install the Link software for the G5, so you go install. Everything turns on. It's crazy, dude. You can do it. You can do it, guys. You might need ChatGPT, but you can do it. Ooh, ECU connected, boys. I mean, Link's nice. It's user-friendly. So one thing I need to do is go through and I need to add like oil pressure and all that stuff here. So, all right, log, record. Girls, you ready? All right, what's the base fuel pressure at? Fuel pressure's at like 50, that's great. I don't know. So to move on, there were several issues with the car. One of them with the fuel system, there was a bunch of leaks. That's fine, that was easy to fix. Just basically had to buy all new components and make new lines. The next thing, there was a few wiring issues kind of all over the place. Map sensor problem, a couple pinout issues that I was able to easily swap with just calling Jim Sport up and getting some guidance. Only 2 of the cylinders worked at first. You can hear this for yourself. What do we think, girls? We did it! Yeah, not really. You're close though, buddy. Once I got everything sorted, we were rocking and rolling. So let's move on to the part to where I do my job correctly and I fix things and we get a first start. All right. My gosh. We're running like doo-doo right now, but oh my gosh, dude. Oh. It's really old gas, so I'm gonna just freaking, yeah, hey, I wired that right. Yeah, now I gotta air this. Oh my, I'm gonna stink for days. Yeah, we definitely got some smoke. It's got pretty old, like this is the same 93 in this tank right now that it had the last time I drove the car at Texas Motor Speedway. Dude, we got all 4 injectors running. Guys, I literally can't even describe the weight that just lifted off my shoulders. Oh, guys, after I repinned the map sensor, I didn't plug it in again. I'm an idiot. Now, now it should run fine. You know, I guess we gotta start it again. We got all 4 cylinders, dude. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight, guys. I haven't slept good in ages. Now to finish up the swap, I have to do all the not as fun, cool looking stuff that's not always fun to watch. I had to make my own DSSC, my own shift selector rod, had to get a reverse thread to make sure that I tapped it in reverse. This thing was a whole nightmare in itself. I will talk about this, I think, in the next video. I had to make a bracket for my Accusump and had to make tabs for the radiator, and I'm gonna be honest, this would have been a lot easier to do if I would have known that I would have had a shop, you know, in like a week after all this was happening. Made my own Accusump bracket, so degreased it down, used base black from the spray source, which is probably it's the best trim paint ever. Then did some other simple stuff like filling up the water system, burping it, and now we get to try starting the car for real because we can warm it up. So you can start a car without water in it. You don't want to run it for a long time because obviously it can overheat. Some systems, I believe this one, like systems like this, the water pump is like lubricated by water. So you don't want to run it too long. So I only started it a few times just to make sure everything works. But it's really cool. This thing actually has a little bleeder port right here and we got water in there. So a little 1/4" ratchet and she good. So far, aside from me spilling the hell out of some water, I'm not seeing any leaks. So that's huge. I'm gonna cross my fingers here, honestly, but I think we got a little too much, but you know, the race cars can always need it. So the only thing that's interesting about this is there's the regular water neck, and then like there's a little water return above it, and I just blocked it off because I don't need it, because it's also blocked off back there. That was cut off whenever I got the motor, and so I actually just tapped it, threaded it, capped it off. Now it's capped off. So it seems like the water system's pretty sealed. So two things about this build that's just crazy to me. I've never done wiring in my life. Some of you guys know that. First time I've ever done it. Made a car work. Stoked about that. Now we have to, you know, obviously need to test it. I've also never done my own fabrication on anything. And like I've made my own brackets. Like I don't even have top mounts on this yet, but dude, I think I might just need to, I'm gonna double check all the intercooler piping, but like now we're actually gonna run it, get it warm. Have any questions about the build, anything in specific that I've done, questions about any of the components, drop me a comment, or just let me know what you think about it. I am stoked. Next video is the first drive and tuning the car, and it, guys, it's amazing. If you guys want some sneak peeks, head over to my Instagram, my TikTok as well. I post a bunch of clips and stuff there, but Instagram I'm super active on, and I try and upload some bangers. Oh, you know, bangers only. Just gotta make sure it's pretty. Can't wait for you guys to hear this car. It's so freaking good, dude. I think I already made an outro to this. Sometimes the best thing to do is not, you know, distract, because there's so many things that we'll get distracted with, and there's so many things that sound cool, but it is so important in life to finish what you've started. Even if it requires sacrificing something at the moment, missing out on an opportunity, leaving things unfinished and being unproductive with the things you've started is one of the worst things you can do with your life. And that's not just cars. I mean, it's like if you started something and you've committed to something, finish it. Because you're gonna end up doing the same thing over and over and over and over again if you don't get in the habit of finishing what you started. And I will tell you from experience, when you figure out how to finish what you've started, it's very satisfying, and you'll learn to do it better the next time. And I guess I'm talking about cars here. Right after we sold our house and had to figure out, you know, what life was gonna be like. I have a lot of quiet times, and I spend a lot of time in prayer, and literally, I vividly remember God saying, like, this season will come to an end when you finish what you've started. And it's taken me a year and a half, and I've had to spend a lot of time praying about what to keep, what to sell, what to get rid of. If there's something to let go of that it's not benefiting me, that I don't need around, let go of it. So I've sold so many cars. It's been a season. And the reason why I had to do that is because I had, such bad habits, and I had such bad impulses. And I was so scared to take time to do things that I've started because, if I did something else, it might have benefited me in the short run, in business or YouTube or anything for that matter. But there's a lot of things in life that you'll come to find that the short-term benefit is absolutely not worth the long-term. There's a lot of things I could say to that, but sometimes it's like me, you just got to figure it out yourself, and hopefully you don't got to figure it out the hard way. So, dude, finish what you started. It's important.